Oh, yeah.
And that'll be our intro song.
Ready?
Go.
Yo, we are live.
And this is Promise Ring
Oh,
with
wow.
their great album from 1997.
Come on. Let me see how it sounds in my
Listen to it.
headphones. Oh, yeah.
Freaking love this
Oh,
album.
my gosh. It's good. Who went to this song?
Who went to what?
Who skated to this?
I don't think anybody.
Really?
Did somebody?
I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, what's up, everybody? Monday M.A.S.S on a Tuesday because no, it's Monday. I don't even know what day it is.
It is
I've been
Monday.
on tour. Chris, do you know what tour life is? Tour life is you and the boys getting in the van, hitting the road. Are we recording?
Hit the road, Jack.
I just get back from tour. Quiksilver tour, East Coast. We'll talk about it in everything news because we did it all.
Yeah. Yeah, yes. Hi, I'm Chris Coté, and this is the... You already know that. I was
You did
doing something else. You know it's almost Black Friday, so I'm concerned more about shopping. Let me fix this screen a little bit.
What's wrong with the screen?
I don't know, it looks like you're a little bit far away from me.
If you guys
So
are
look at-
tuning in right now, you're tuning in.
Look at
Can I
that.
go live on my Instagram?
If you want.
This. Watch this. Watch this.
I think the more
Watch this,
top, the
everybody.
better.
Watch how many eyeballs we get on this thing instantly.
Come on, yeah.
Let's go live.
See, the people that tune in on YouTube, those
Mhm.
people,
Mm-hmm.
they they get a lot of the sausage.
Wait, what?
They take our sausage. They
Can I-
see how the sausage
Give me
is
the.
made.
Give me the thing.
What
Your,
thing?
I don't know.
I need these to drink.
What, you gonna drink both of those at the same
Yeah.
time?
Here, I'll give you
Give
something.
me a thing. Give me a book. Give me that book you don't read.
Oh my god.
How about that? Bug of salt. I need that bug of salt. Give me that. I need to take that home with me.
I
Bug
need
of
that.
salt is the best anti-insect weapon you can possibly buy. This is not a paid endorsement, although it could be if Bug of Salt decides to pay us. Okay,
What?
hold on. We're live. Yo,
Dude,
what's
we've
up?
been podcasting. People are like, "What the hell
What's
is
up?
this show about?"
What's
It's
up,
so
everybody?
stupid.
What's up, everybody? Hello. We are live. Let's go.
Okay, this is the Monday M.A.S.S. Chris Coté and Todd Richards, November 21st.
You know what that
Can you believe
means?
it? What does that mean?
It's almost Christmas time. Do you put the tree up on Friday? That's a question I have for everyone that's tuning in live on my Instagram. When do you put your tree up? When does
That's
the
a
tree
good
go up?
question. I've already seen people putting their tree up, and I think
Shut
it's
up.
personally, I think it's a little quick. I like to celebrate seasons and holidays
One at a
in
time?
succession. You know, Halloween, Thanksgiving, then Christmas,
Right.
or whatever you
But people
celebrate
do-
around.
We have people put their trees up. Wife tried to put the tree up last week. Straight no. Although I will tell you this, here we are in Southern California. We have Santa Ana breeze is blowing. It's about 73, 74 degrees
I took my
outside.
jacket off.
Beautiful. Back east, it's full brick winter. It's brick ass cold back there.
What do you mean brick? Explain that, because I'm over here from the West Coast. I was born and raised in San Diego. I don't know what brick weather
It's
is.
snowing.
Okay.
We were in Montreal and it was like, well, obviously if it's snowing, it's below freezing. We surfed in New Hampshire on the Quiksilver tour. Air temp was 42, water temp about 50. Hood, booty, gloves.
You're kidding.
We did it. We freaking did it. We did the trifecta.
Oh yeah, so Todd's back from tour,
Back from tour.
and I guess we don't have to wait till snow news. We do whatever the hell we want. This is our podcast. Nobody listens to it except for us.
Is that new? Just that me right there? That's me.
That's been up there for a year.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it has.
Hey everybody.
I decorate the walls, and I take
If
Todd
anyone
into
finds a
consideration.
time machine, you guys can go back and buy the Todd Richards action figure.
What's that at right now on eBay?
Just millions. Look at this. Like, what's
I'm gonna
up,
look it up.
Rose? What's up?
Let's see here.
Does that look like me? Do you think that looks like me? Do you think it looks like me?
I don't know. You're really being you're only direct. Okay, here we go. Shopping. Todd Richards, action figure.
Who's Spawn though?
Get a Spawn one.
I don't
I don't think we have any on the resale market, Todd.
Dude, what is that? Are you sure you typed
People
it in
are
right?
hanging in.
Are you? Did
They're
you type
hanging
it in
on.
right? Anyway,
Todd Richards
let's-
action figure snowboarder.
let's get into this. Let's get into this shit, Chris.
I'm deep.
Chris, let's
Wait.
get into this shit.
No, we got action figure snowboard card.
Can we get into this podcast?
$45
Wait, what?
for 170 Todd Richards snowboarding cards.
Really? For $45?
Somebody's getting rid of the whole
Whole thing.
box.
Listen,
Jeez.
before we get underway with our podcast, we like to go through something we call the sponsor read.
A lot of
which
people like this.
is being brought to you by Blur, the new snowboard movie by Austin Sweeten. And
You got to clear these sponsors with me
no, Austin said that he wanted to sponsor our sponsor block.
because he told me that.
Blur,
All right.
a snowboard movie.
Why
About
should we watch it?
Because I'll get into it in snow news because we were on tour with this movie Blur. Number one, Austin Sweeten is a absolute machine.
Seems like a funny guy too.
He's so fun to be
Nice
around.
guy.
He's down for whatever, and he can land. He is like a methed up squirrel on a snowboard.
I heard he's pretty sweet.
His nickname is the Froth Goblin.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
Okay, thank you,
Anyways,
Austin, for
let's
bringing
go.
us this ad block. We're gonna make it extra special. It's winter time. It's time to shred. K2 Snowboarding is with you every step of the way at K2.snowboarding. They just had a company retreat. I believe it was in Austria. We didn't get invited
Nobody cares.
because Todd was on
no
tour.
one cares about the
and I was
the
here,
retreat
The
in
podcast
Austria.
guys,
What happened in Austria?
they were ripping.
What is it
I'm
relevant
just
to our
telling you that
podcast?
it's a strong company that does cool shit in snowboarding, and we should ride K2 snowboards.
Next.
Dude,
We gotta get through this.
it's like these people pay us to talk about it, and then
yeah,
you shit on
they
it.
don't pay us enough to like dwell on it.
Okay, go ahead, read the block.
Next up, we have Pedal Electric. Pedal.electric. It is Christmas time. Black Friday is next Friday. You need to get yourself on a bicycle that will get you from here to there with two motors, one in the back, one in the front. Zippity zappity zoom. Get there on Pedal Electric. We also have Bachon's Japanese barbecue sauce at Try Bachon's on Instagram. You know, you ever had some food that you really didn't like? If you put Try Bachon's on there, it becomes your favorite food, guaranteed. Bachon's barbecue sauce. Find it at your local grocer. We also have Herschel Supply Co. at Herschel Supply Co. They're opening a store in New York City. No freaking shit. They
Yeah.
are. So you can get your backpacks, they make pants, they make sweet work gloves, hip sacks, rolling duffels, everything. Whatever you can think of, Herschel Supply Co. has got you covered. What else we got? Beneath Apparel, BN3TH. It's underwear that it makes your balls happy. Beneath Apparel. Does that work for you?
What? No, you're the guy. You're
I
the
agree.
master. You're the ad master. Go ahead.
NanocraftCBD. NanocraftCBD is there for all your CBD needs. Do not bring CBD products over the border into Canada. I'll tell you why in Don't Bring Shit Over to the Border in Canada news. Bubs Naturals at Bubs Naturals. Do you need collagen in your life? Do you want to look like that guy in the Guinness Book of World Records who has fingernails that are 17 feet long? If you take enough Bubs Naturals, you'll have those fucked up fingernails. Hansen Surfboards at Hansen Surfboards. Not only is it a physical location here in Encinitas where you can go in and buy yourself some wonderful stuff, but you can also go to at Hansen Surfboards online, and it's also a viable option. Chris, what are you doing? Why are you're not even participating?
No, you're the ad guy.
At Pannikin Coffee and Tea. At Pannikin Coffee and Tea is the place where you get coffees. Look at this. Now we're down to 10. We have 10 people watching, and those 10 people are stoked on Pannikin Coffee and Tea. Everyone.
I will interject right here. They make their chili is underrated. It's really
very
good.
underrated. They have great chili. At You Online. You Online is where we live. It's where we live on the internet. They are the people that host this podcast, as well as Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all the other great ones. Pure Prescriptions at Pure Prescriptions. They've got everything. It's flu season. If you choose not to go get a flu shot, the best thing you can do for yourself is be ready with all the stuff your body needs to combat illness. At Pure Prescriptions has something called Perfect Immune.
I was sick last week.
Obviously,
So,
you
a
didn't
big
take it.
package coming.
You didn't take it. At diecutstickers.com. At the word diecutstickers.com. They will make you stickers. Any kind of stickers. They made us stickers. We have all kinds of them. At Monday M.A.S.S stickers. We have.
They're all
over the place.
They're on signs.
Every place. That was it for our sponsor read. Jesus. See how much faster that was and more efficient?
Well, for us, but maybe not necessarily for the sponsors. We'll see what they say.
We'll see. They're already locked into like a 3-month deal, so they can't get out of it. They paid us already.
Has it been 2 weeks? It's okay.
Pannikin
So
coffee and tea.
we did a fundraiser for a young girl, local girl fighting cancer at Corner Pizza. Jason Janisek, shout out, found the recipient, offered up his spot. We raised over $12,250 for this young girl. Her on Instagram is at Karina Kicks Cancer. Check it out. Follow the fight. She's gonna win, and she's gonna be at the party next year. So
let's get into
cool.
surf news and talk about ladybirds flying through the air.
Yeah, Stab High. It was their best. It was their best Stab High
Ever.
season yet.
Surf news
For
is brought to
sure.
you by Hansen's Surfboards, the original board shop in Encinitas. I think I may have just claimed that, but whatever.
Great board shop. Surf skates, snow,
Okay, let's go.
clothes.
We got
Are you
Sierra
in a
Kerr.
hurry? Are you going somewhere?
No, I'm jacked
You already
up.
said, yeah, you said.
I'm jacked up right now.
Sierra Kerr did the best air ever done by a female surfer, right? Period.
Do we think that?
We know it.
Do we?
Who? Name
I
better.
don't know. I think it was. Here's my opinion. Sierra Kerr did the best non-grabbed air on a surfboard. I feel like Sierra Kerr's
She
done better airs herself than that one. But I think it
No.
was amazing. I think that her rotation was fully clean. She landed out in the flats. There was no drama in the landing, no laying down in the water. I would have liked to have seen a little clutch with the hand. That's just me. But
I still think it's the best air ever done by a female, even her. And that's wave pool, water, ocean,
Okay.
anything.
I'm backing you.
Fatty to flatty, all the way down.
That's the gnarly
Insane.
part about it, is like she landed so flat, and then you know, it took me down a little bit of a rabbit hole in Sierra Kerr's Instagram. I mean, we all follow her. We all love Sierra Kerr. We've watched her since she was a little baby come up to this woman that she is now, just about to destroy the surf world. And if you go into her Instagram and you watch the evolution of how it happened, and it happened very rapidly.
Yeah.
The past 5 years, Sierra Kerr has become a force.
You don't see her much skateboarding anymore.
No, you don't. But she's got to concentrate.
It's true.
But she's a really good
Do
skater.
you think Sierra Kerr's air game will translate into wins on the QS Challenger Series Championship Tour eventually?
I think that she knows how to play the game just like her dad did, how to mix the airs with the turns. She has every turn. She has wicked smashes of the lip. She knows how to read a barrel, and now she knows how to stomp airs out in the flat. So that is the complete package, and she's very consistent.
True.
And I think that's pretty special when it comes to like who are we talking about being the next, like who's the next.
Yeah. I mean, Katie Simmers has a totally different deal going on.
Right.
I think Katie Simmers is going to be rookie of the year for sure. I don't know if she'll probably be in the top 5. I would say she'll probably be fighting out in the top 5 at the end of the year. Also, Stab High, Rasta Robb. Rasta Robb. There were 2 moments in Stab High, and now it's happened more than a few times of me crying watching Stab edits.
Because you weren't in it?
No, that's a different. That's a cry is free type of situation. This is me getting emotional.
Right.
First of all, watching Josh Kerr, Sierra's dad, tear up, start to cry because of what his daughter did.
Yep.
That got me. And then Rasta Robb's reaction is genuine stoke and just elation.
I like how
Doing this
Stab
crying.
High has become like it's such a legitimate like benchmark in surfing now.
Yeah, for sure.
It went from like this crazy wild Wild West surf contest to now it's like this is the spotlight is on the next level of progression.
Yeah, I think taking it to a place like Lakey Peak where
Yeah.
it's just, it's like a lower
Have you surfed
on
that?
acid.
Have you surfed that peak?
No.
No.
There was days that I don't know if I would have surfed it. It was pretty.
Dude,
chunky.
the section that Sierra threw that air on was like, it was meaty.
Pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
But we loved it. Safe to say we both loved it. Albee Layer dropped an edit. Delirium.
Backside tail grab 5s. You're welcome, Albee. I feel like I helped him with that.
Just now by saying that.
No, because I was like always hounding him. I'm like,
Oh, you mean you helped him do that trick?
I helped by putting in his head that that's where you should be grabbing. Because no one fucks with tail grabs on surfboards.
No.
Nobody does.
Except for Albee.
Except for Albee. And I haven't seen anyone do a frontside tail grab on a surfboard. Like a true, like, skatey frontside tail grab. Do you know what I mean? It's totally possible.
I think I've seen it back in the day. I want to say
Like a
it was
full-
like Matt Rockhold.
Ooh,
It might have been
Rockhold
it might have been a
the
whip
sickest
in.
sailfish ever.
Yeah, it might have been a toe in or like a whip at winch situation. Not that that matters, but I think I remember Rockhold doing
I don't remember
big
that.
old tail grab.
I don't remember I remember the sailfish because he was like one of the first dudes. There was a Planet Earth ad with Rockhold doing a sailfish.
He's got a cover over there doing a sailfish.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I see it. It's right there. We'll get to that later. What else we got? Coldwater Classic was classic. What was like head high, perfect, dreamy, weird steamer lane.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of big names. I think it was San Clemente Cyclone all the way through from quarterfinals. Guys and girls, except for the winner of the women's, but it was Tara Watanabe and Chloe Andino in the final. Tara Watanabe.
Did Zeke actually bomb drop to the start of his heat?
He tried. He did it, but he didn't.
Just get decimated.
Yeah. And it was pretty cool. I like that Stab and other media spots put that out there. Like, okay, what do the judges do
Yeah, like what if he
if he makes it?
What if he stomped it? Like the horn blows.
Boom,
He
makes it.
just stomps into a wave. Like it's probably the same as like if you like rode a wave switch. They just wouldn't even know how to like score.
Well, does the wave score start when he's riding the wave?
Ooh. Well,
I
so it's
haven't
all,
read the rule book at all.
yeah, but it's like okay, so in snowboarding, there's like this overall impression judge, and has surfing gotten to the point now where the Challenger series and also the main tour, are they looking at criteria based surfing? You have to hit these benchmarks.
Well, yes and no. There's no overall criteria, overall impression.
There's not like
judge.
making of moves. There's not like
No, there is. There's like that's
size of
flow,
wave,
what
like-
you do between your turns.
Right.
Size of wave. It's the critical section, right? You use the
Okay.
most critical sections.
So that would be like a critical.
I guess it would be critical,
Section.
but okay. So an example that I can think of right off the top of my head is Rebel Rampage, right? Guy on top of the mountain. It's like that downhill mountain biking
Mhm.
extravaganza. A guy did like a acid, like off the bike, jumped, got on his bike, and then went down. That was his start of his
Yeah, but
run.
that's legit.
Right.
But
But
kind of
what
like I think what we're talking about with Zeke is be like, okay, say like a guy like Rene Renacongas at the X Games a few years ago starts his run by strapping in on top of the scaffolding and jumping off the top of the scaffolding to start.
Does he
his
get
run.
extra points for that, or does he improve on
I don't
what it would have been?
I don't think so in those terms.
I didn't read the article either. I didn't read.
Very
It
cool
was
though.
awesome even just to do it.
Chloe Andino back on the podium.
Bam.
How long has it been since Chloe Andino has stood on a podium?
It's probably been a minute.
Yeah.
But his sponsor or his new sponsors he said it about 18 times how much he loves Santa Cruz. I do too.
Who's his new sponsor?
O'Neill.
Oh, there you go.
But Tara Watanabe, the guy who's going against, man, he's good.
No joke.
Silky smooth. But Chloe, it looks like, and I know we've said this before in past years, it just looks like he's a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So, will that translate into big wins on the championship?
How about Bella Kenworthy?
Ooh, Bella Kenworthy and Zoe Benedetto.
Yeah.
Zoe got the win, but Bella Kenworthy, she goes from Lakey Peak Stab High to Coldwater Classic. She's
She's another one that I feel like I've watched like go from like this like baby. You know, like someone that you see, she would often skate, like was one of Sierra's best friends, skate best friends. You know, you just kind
Pink
of
Helmet Posse.
yeah, the pink kinda. I think yeah, she
She
was
did,
initially the Pink Helmet Posse, but like, you know, to watch her have like grown into this young woman who's just so good.
Yeah. Yeah, and the funny part about it is I would say Sierra and Bella both came predominantly from skate. They didn't start surfing seriously till after.
They're really
They
comfortable.
were really good at skating.
Yeah.
Take note out there, parents, if you want to be the next dad of Sierra Kerr or Bella Kenworth, you get them skateboarding early. Or not, or just let them do whatever they want.
More like that.
Jack Coleman, Natural High, A Cosmic Journey. Amazing surfing, a great message. It's just a really nice film. You would even like it. You don't have to be baked to enjoy this film. You can enjoy it completely straight. Asymmetrics, finless boards, wild, weird, wonderful. Stephanie Gilmore ripping on a Ryan Birch shaped pickle fork. Got Ryan Birch, Kobe Hughes. What more can you ask for? It's not out yet, so you might ask to get it out.
Can we see it?
You can see it if you watch it with me. You gotta know somebody.
What else do we have going on?
Hollywood Challenger starts November 26th. This is the last chance for surfers to qualify for the 2023 Championship Tour. Some of them are locked in, some of them are still in the hunt. Ezekiel Lau, for example, is in 9th place right now. He needs a good result here to stay on top.
This next one,
Osborne.
yeah, that's what I'm really curious about. I would like to see the disruption of Eitan Osborne on the tour.
So Eitan Osborne right now is at 13th on the Challenger Series. I believe, right now it's really hard to kind of decipher the math. You got to be in the top 10.
Top 10.
And
so
you've got.
What do you think the ultimate Haleiwa conditions are for someone like Eitan to advance and make it?
Eitan's gonna rip at Haleiwa.
Chunky.
If it's
Haleiwa.
I want to say like 4 to 6, chunky, where you can still do big turns but potentially do some airs. I think Eitan will shine.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a big result. I think probably something like semis. I don't know. I just threw that out there. Also right there, Maxime Houchino. This is his 10th time trying to qualify. He's in 6th place right now.
Well, he's looking good.
Ian Gentile, 5th place right now. Ian Gentile and Maxime Houchino were really good at Haleiwa. We will see. Betty Lucicura Johnson, Alyssa Spencer, right there in the mix as well. Alyssa Spencer currently at 6th place, so the women take 5. She's got her work cut out for her, but she could do it.
Are you okay? Do you have COVID?
No. RBS. I don't know. What's the other one?
What?
I don't even know.
Chlamydia?
Yes. That's the one where you kind of.
Oral chlamydia?
You want to talk about some shark stuff I found on the Inertia?
Oh, do I ever?
The Inertia. Okay.
This is Shark News is brought to you by Submarines with Teeth.
So I'm just going to tell you a fact. You react to it. In the last 20 years, more shark attacks have occurred on Saturdays.
False. Wait.
Well, these are shark facts.
Okay.
So it's not up to you to decide if they're fact or fiction.
All Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Well,
Why is that?
Because there's more people in the water.
Easy. In the last 2 decades, more shark attacks happened in July than any other month.
Duh. More people in the water. But
Saturdays in July.
But wait.
What?
But in other hemispheres, July is winter time. So apparently more shark attacks have happened in July than any other month. That's probably being pushed by North America,
Florida,
and Central America, and Florida. Okay, so got it.
And a lot of these happen in Florida.
Yeah.
So there might be
90% of them probably happen at what's the beach? New
Smyrna Beach, the Geiselmans. You have an 89.4% chance of surviving a shark attack. So, by all means, treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
According to Statista, dogs are the 3rd most deadly animal to mankind, behind snakes and mosquitoes. Wow. I did not know that.
Chris, anytime that you go in the water and you get that feeling, that sharky feeling, you just have to remind yourself that diarrhea kills 10,000 people a year.
Yeah. 89.4%. Just remember that number. Sorry.
What's wrong with you?
It's dry and sorry.
Whoa. Yeah, drink that green juice.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're back. I got more.
More. Okay, here we go.
Great white sharks are responsible for the highest number of attacks on humans, as well as having the highest attack mortality rate at 42.5%.
And why is that, Chris?
They're big.
They're freaking
great.
big. It's not their fault.
They're great.
They're not that like they don't want to, but when they do,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Yeah. So that 89.4% chance, you can cut into that a little bit if you're dealing with a great white. They're probably gonna kill you. 42.5% chance.
That's less than 50% chance though.
50-50. Over the past 20 years, the United States has seen the highest number of reported attacks, 291, but 82% fatality rate. In Australia, they've got a 44% fatality rate. Africa, 66.7. This one's interesting. France, 73.3.
Where
I believe they're talking about
Reunion Island. Yes.
So,
yeah.
What else we got? A couple more. Of 1,000 people surveyed, more people would choose to be attacked by a bear, fall out of a third-story window, or be involved in a 70-mile-an-hour auto accident than be attacked by a shark. Where do you stand on that list? You got a bear, third-story window, 70 miles per hour, or shark attack? What are you choosing? Your own adventure.
Bears will fuck you up.
Oh yeah. The thought of your skull being gnawed.
Do you remember? I forget what it was, but there was the guy who survived that bear attack, and he was like describing it, and he was describing the sound of the bear chomping on his head.
Yeah.
And it was like the sound of like a dog gnawing on a rawhide bone, like when pie is under the table.
Yes.
That's not a good sound.
No. No.
Yeah. So these are all great statistics. I don't particularly fantasize about getting in a 70-mile-an-hour car crash. That's not good.
Third-story window.
Third-story window. That's not good either.
24.
Can we talk about my tour?
15% of people would agree to be attacked by a shark, quote, for the cool story if they were insured to live. So those are my shark facts from the inertia.
Wow.
Do you have any other surf news other than Big Wave World Tour season's open?
Yes, I do. Here we go. Surf news. Additional surf news brought to you by the Quiksilver Snow Tour that we just did. So we went, we initially went, it was a snowboard, surfing, skateboard tour of the East Coast to show some love to the coast that does not get much love these days.
From where did you start?
We started in Philadelphia. We went to New Jersey, went to Brave New World.
Yeah.
Then we went to a shop called Buckman's in
Buckman's
in
New Jersey.
No, it was
New
Prussia.
Hampshire?
Whatever, I forget what that Prussia place is. It's
Prussia.
Yeah, it's
you mean that old?
No, it's King of Prussia. King of Prussia in Pennsylvania is where we went.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
For Buckman's, and then we went from Buckman's. We went to the big SnowAd, the indoor snow place. It's big snow American dream, but if you look at it on paper, it's big SnowAd. That was awesome, and we got to surf the Skudin wave pool.
Yeah, where are the clips?
It was a humbling experience.
Why?
Because I feel like the Skudin wave pool is much it's not designed to be a surf pool like BSR, like Kelly's, like any of the wave gardens.
It's more of an entry level.
It's an entry level novelty kind of fun. Rob Kelly is an absolute destroyer in that pool.
He's really
Will
good.
Skudin also destroyer in that pool. It is not easy to surf.
Did they give you a little demo? Like, hey, we're gonna get
kind of. They kind of like showed you like where to go about doing it. Like, okay, you need to sit in this peak right here, and when it sucks up, you need to. There's like kind of like people on the wall of this thing.
Going, okay, you go.
Right. And it just wasn't like by the time you got to your feet, the wave was over.
Right. Quick.
Very quick. Very quick. So you had to be very quick to your feet, very flicky.
So no clips.
Not really. We went and surfed that. That was fun, and then we went on and went up the eastern seaboard.
Wait, what about the indoor snow thing?
The indoor snow thing was amazing. It's surprisingly good snow. It's it's weird. It never goes through like a thaw and freeze cycle.
Right.
Okay, so it's
fluffy?
it's fluffy, but like fluffy, like there's no base, and it doesn't pack. Like you can't pack the snow. But there's a bunch of rails.
Can you eat shit on it?
Oh yeah, you can eat shit at any kind of snow. But it was very fun. There was our team of homies just went to town. We threw out a lot of product. Kids were stoked.
Classic product toss.
Classic product. We were actually tossing product to people while they were on the rails. At first it was kind of weird because they didn't know we were throwing product.
They just thought you guys were harassing.
No, it was like someone would be
kids.
sliding a rail and you just throw a jacket in their face. But then they kind of caught on and it became like a thing, and that was kind of fun.
That's fun.
But then we went up, we went to New Hampshire and we surfed in New England, and the water temp was about 50, air temp was probably 42, 43 with the wind chill factor.
That's not bad, right?
543, booties, gloves, hood.
You have all that stuff.
I had it with me. I freaking hate gloves, dude. How do you do it?
I love gloves.
Really?
How thick are your gloves?
Probably like a 3 mil glove.
Huh.
I don't like, I feel like my hands are too buoyant.
Too floaty.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm in a jacuzzi.
And then my booties filled up with water because I didn't have the right booties. I had like old ass booties, nothing new. But I'll tell you what,
Gotta get the new stuff.
the 543 that I had, I was on fire. I kept taking my hood off. I was so hot in the water.
I would think 50. You said 50
50, but
water,
air temp,
air 40.
offshore breezes. It snowed on
I
the
would.
beach that day.
I think you could pull a 4.3
Austin
hood
Sweeten did.
with gloves and booties,
I think Austin Sweeten did,
and it was fine.
and but he also surfs in Washington.
Okay.
But anyways, it was really fun.
He's
And
kind
then
of a badass.
we went from there to Vermont to the Dark Side Snowboard Shop. We're doing premieres at all of these places. Like Miles Fallon's movie is really great. Fly Away Closer.
Falcon.
Miles Fallon.
Todd Falcon.
Todd Falcon's video. And then we had Austin Sweeten's movie. And then we had this little Quiksilver tour, like this movie where they went to Vancouver Island and surfed and snowboard, yada yada yada.
So
It was very fun.
It sounds to me like this was a good old fashioned grassroots.
Yes.
Good time.
Yes.
Organic, even
Yes, organic.
marketing.
Yeah. Organic's a great word these days.
Not
Very
super marketing
trending.
heavy.
No, I mean
It's a good time.
we hit up the shops. Big shout out to Cinnamon Rainbows in New Hampshire. They are going through some shit. There was a fire at the end of the summer that they didn't catch on fire, but the restaurant that was attached to the OG location of Cinnamon Rainbows at the wall in Hampton Beach, smoke damage, like ruined their inventory. And now, if you live in New Hampshire and you rely on Cinnamon Rainbows, it is moving to the old Pioneer Sports shop, which is about 3 miles away.
Okay.
And so they'll be there set up December 1st. But
Nice.
these are the backbones of New England surfing. These,
For sure.
Pioneer was like the O'Hare brothers. They were like some of the people that I skated with when I was coming up. Actually, Nora Vasconcelos is like old coach at the Rye skate park. And also the guys from Cinnamon Rainbows are OG
Right.
as they come. So very cool to go there and stop in and say hi and throw them some product, and then headed up to Darkside in Killington, and it was snowing. There's snow on the ground. It's full on winter back there. And then we went to Montreal.
It's brick cold.
It's brick ass. And then we went up to Montreal over the border, and we had a rail jam and a movie premiere at a drive-in. It's a small ski area with also has drive-in screens. And so we showed these movies, had like a tailgating party in the parking lot,
fun.
and it was snowing. It was this really cool way to like kind of kick off the season.
That's
really
classic.
Yeah.
And that was your tour.
That was my
Are
tour.
you guys gonna drop a little video about the whole tour?
We did drop a little one. It's on. We have a new Instagram that's snow specific with our homies. It's at Quiksilver Snow, and it's snow specific.
Okay. Well, since we're in snow
Yeah.
right now, Snow
Dude.
News brought to you by K2 Snowboards.
Amazing new movie dropped the other day called Bahamas.
Oh my god.
By the Beyond Metals crew. It is nuts. Everyone from Sage Kotzenberg to Ulrich Badocher, and it's really, really good.
Our guy next door, Muzzy,
Muzz.
he has been an editor of many a snowboard magazine.
Mm.
He came banging on the door right when I got here. He goes, "Get on your computer, watch Bahamas." Ludwig Biltoft.
It just rolls
Who's
off the
this
tongue.
guy? Where'd this guy come from?
Dude, there's so many guys from Europe that
Oh
are
my God.
absolute destroyers. Destroyers.
And they destroy everything.
They do.
Big mountain,
Big
rails.
mountain, small mountain.
Little
Is there
jumps.
small mountain? There's big mountain riding. Is there small mountain riding?
Maybe that would be a knuckle.
Hmm.
It's the base of small mountain riding.
Small mountain riding.
Locally,
Oh,
I don't know.
and other snow news, and this is a great one for all of you out there that live in Southern California and like to go to Mammoth, and also like the movie Out Cold. Do you ever heard of
Come
that
on,
movie?
I'm all those
Have you ever
things.
heard about Out Cold?
Yes, I know the guy.
December 10th, Quiksilver and myself will be having an event,
Come on.
a showing of Out Cold, a big Out Cold party. We will have beer, we will have pizza, we will have some of the Quiksilver team, Harrison Gordon, Austin Sweeten, myself, we will be there.
The tour is continuing to Mammoth.
Yeah, this is more like we're having, I would like to start the tradition at Mammoth of showing Out Cold at the beginning of the season and having like a party.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So come dressed as your favorite Out Cold character.
I know who I'm going to be. Jacuzzi Casanova. I watched some fun videos of a street jam, and I looked into
Yes.
the DIYX, Do-It-Yourself Extreme Street Jam. This is where we saw the guy do a backflip through a ring of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! What is this?
It's kind of like
Is it Europe?
Yeah, it's in Innsbruck. It's kind of like the Dying Challenge, right?
Okay.
If these guys were kind of taking that formula of creating like an in the streets, over the top,
Madness.
like a corridor of fans screaming, people doing nutty shit. You saw the backflip through the flaming
That's like
hoop of death by
that.
Cooper Whittier.
It's not big.
No, it's not big. And then we had Rennie Renacongas doing the backside 270 where he had to like clear half the rail. It was sick. We saw some insane falls. Darcy Sharp absolutely went bananas. He actually went home with the win on the down bar section. And it's just everyone's over there right now to have fun early season. And it's going. The winter has officially started. There was some great snowboarding to be done at Mammoth last week when they kicked off their season kind of early.
Yep.
Utah is going. I'm not sure where we are now with another storm system because I've been so East Coast.
You've been an East Coast guy. Yeah.
But I will say this. If you are a rail rider, there's very good chances that you are staring at spot map of Buffalo, New York right now. 6 feet of snow last week.
They had to cancel all the football games. They had to cancel everything.
Mm-hmm.
I watched, I don't know who it was, an NFL guy. He opened his garage, and it just was white. And then about a little bit overhead, maybe 6 feet, then you saw that he was looking at his driveway.
That's how it goes, bro. That's how it goes.
So is Buffalo, New York is one of the coldest places in the world?
They get
basically?
that lake effect snow where the water, when it's this time of year where the lake hasn't frozen over yet and the water temp is still warm, so there's a lot of moisture that gets sucked up in these storms and just absolutely creams.
Not the cream dream you're thinking of.
No.
Cold cream dream. So there's a lot of good rails there. Have I seen Buffalo and snowboarding videos
You
before?
probably have.
I'm like, that's a rail I'll never go to.
But yeah,
scary.
so it's going. Winter time is happening. We are open all over the place.
Yes.
Let's go. It is wintertime. Chris
Let's
has
go.
been claiming he's going to snowboard this year. I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm working on some things. Are
you going to ride that board?
Yeah,
Or did you get a
I'm
new
also
one?
getting a new one.
Oh, I'm getting a new board.
Riding this one.
Big shout out to Austin Sweeten. We were at the Dark Side in Quincy, Vermont. I was looking at these Cora shapes. You ever heard of Cora shapes?
Tor?
Cora.
Core. It's
K-
C-R-E.
Koura Cora shapes?
Wait, are they wooden?
No, but there's not really
Are they
graphics.
snowboards?
They're snowboards. There's not really graphics on them.
Okay.
But some of the best snowboarders that the people that I really respect have said that they are, I'm not going to say their names because they'll get in trouble with their sponsors, but they've said that they are the best snowboarders they've ever ridden.
So it's a brand
It's
or
a brand.
manufacturer?
It's a brand that manufactures snowboards. There's a blank top sheet and a blank base, and their whole reasoning is they're not going to switch it up. They're not going to be a bunch of weird graphics,
Okay.
because you can. There's no like you're not going to get seasoned out. Like you're not going to feel like you're behind season.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't switch up, which is kind of genius.
Yeah. I
But,
like that. So you have one. You got one.
I'm getting one next week, and I'm very, or whenever it shows up.
You don't have any, like, cause I figured.
I've been riding the S snowboards for a very long time, but I don't, like, no one's, like, I'm not getting a fucking paycheck. And I would like to experience, this is like when you're in between relationships and you just want to play the field.
Right.
I want to know what other kind of snowboards are out there.
You got asked last week if you'd ride a Kemper.
I know. Oh, and I did see a Sean White space board in the wild.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody well off, rich fella?
No, we just saw it. It was in the rack.
Oh, it was just in the rack.
Yeah.
It wasn't sold yet.
Yeah. It was really weird though, seeing it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, and also,
go for it.
and this is great because Stratton has just joined us.
Hey, Stratton.
On my live, and hey, big shout outs to Stratton Resort. They helped me with my career in the beginning. But the amazing event, I talked about it in a previous episode. It's called Homecoming, and it is the return of the half pipe on East Burnside at Stratton, the OG location. In March, we are going to have the U.S. Open vibes once again at the birthplace of the U.S. Open of snowboarding. The East Coast come together, gathering of the tribes will happen again in March of this year. Big shout out to Gary Land, who is kind of spearheading and putting this thing together, and I can't wait.
So this is a mini half pipe?
It'll be an old school size
10-footer
pipe. Maybe 10 to 12 feet, maybe, I'm thinking maybe 8 foot actually. And rumor has it that it's going to be cut in the old fashioned way. And the old fashioned way is pre-pipe dragons. We had a guy named Lyle who was, he lived down the way from Stratton. And he has he was really good at the scooper. You know, like the big scooper loaders. You know, like Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel.
Backhoe.
Backhoe?
Yeah.
That's not a backhoe. Backhoe is the one with the scoop on the front. This is just like a loader.
Why is it called a backhoe if the scoop's on the front? It's a hoe.
It's like a hoey.
It's on the back.
Right.
A loader.
He's
good at driving the track.
At any rate.
Yes.
So
he does it by hand.
He finesses it by hand with the radius of the arm comes down and basically scrapes the transition.
And so pipe dragging is actually a form
it's
cut
a
out
form
and you
cut.
Drag it.
This is more like the analog version of half pipe cut.
And this may be a stupid question. Do they do this in dirt?
No, so they make 2 big piles of snow, and then you drive the thing in the middle and goes scoopity doopity, and next thing you know.
So in the summer you wouldn't know that there was a half pipe there. Maybe.
Some places they like to cheat it by digging it into the ground, so then they don't need as much snow to begin the process.
That's fair.
But I don't believe Stratton has that there anymore because East Burnside has not been the location of a half pipe, and there really hasn't been a pipe at Stratton since the U.S. Open left there.
Okay.
So let's freaking go.
Let's go.
Stratton Mountain, springtime. I believe it's around the 20. I'm not looking at the calendar, but I think it's like whatever the weekend is. That's like 22nd, 23rd, 24th ish in March.
Around there. Spring break.
So plan accordingly. It's going to be super sunny and warm. I'm calling it right now.
So like jeans and a t-shirt with gloves.
Why wear a shirt?
Oh yes. Snow News is brought to you by K2 Snowboarding at K2.snowboarding. Skate News is brought to you by Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel. You know, all of our sponsors right now are having some kind of Black Friday, holiday, pre-holiday, holiday sale.
You can have Cyber Monday too, right? Isn't there Cyber Monday?
It's all happening. Every one of our sponsors is doing something, including Beneath Apparel.
And us. We're doing something
We're
too.
going to sell this.
We actually, on Black Friday, we're going to sell the Monday M.A.S.S. if you would like to.
90% off.
Yeah, 90%
the asking
off.
price of $2 million.
Yes. We'll let it go for $2 million.
What's the math there?
Don't worry about it.
It's $2 million. We'll give you 10% off if you use the code Black Friday or Black Mass Friday. I don't want to start with bummer news, but I got to start with some bummer news. Our guy Tony Hawk.
Yeah, how's this?
He may have jumped the gun a little bit in pushing himself to skate because now he's taking to Instagram to say, look, bone didn't heal all the way. Everyone's mad at me, and I got to go into surgery. But the good side of that is he's saying, look, this is a redo. So my leg's going to be stronger now than it was when I tried to. So
it is kind of gnarly though. The photos that Tony Hawk posted on his Instagram this morning, like where the plate is, and it's just moved away. Well, the plate that was supposed to connect his broken femur,
Yeah.
like it's just like drifted away. So
Yeah.
now he's been skating with a detached femur.
Yeah, you know what, and I think a lot of us just supported it because we're like, Tony Hawk's gonna do what Tony Hawk wants to do, and Tony Hawk's gonna do what's best for Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk didn't do what was best for Tony Hawk,
How many Tony Hawks did you just get in right there?
and he's now gonna be coming back again. But we got your back, Tony Hawk. We love you, Tony Hawk.
That's right.
Rose Street local skate shop just dropped a video called Rarity, and
Cruise.
it's got to be one of the best
Mossberg.
shop videos that I've seen in a long time, and just the fact that it also features a lot of locals, like you said, Cruz Mossberg, local homies doing big things. This was a great
Cruise's
skating video.
part is so sick.
It's a classic ender, emotional, action-packed,
Fast,
slow-mo,
burly.
fast mo.
Yeah.
Shit is the shit.
I thought it was very cool. We had the twins, Indy and Nico are in there.
Yep.
Nico Jones. So shout outs to local skate vids are always awesome. Also we have what do we have here? We have
We got Channel Street and San. Did you say San Pedro or San Pedro? I think it's Pedro.
Yeah.
I don't want either one of us to get slapped. For
I
it.
did see Ronnie Sandoval do probably the sickest frontside invert I've ever seen someone do.
So San Pedro's back, Ronnie's back. They just dropped an edit together.
Daewon is back.
Oh my gosh, it looks like these guys make it look really easy to skate. I doubt Channel Street is as easy to skate as they make it look, but I want to do a pilgrimage there soon.
We skated a grind line skate park in Stamford, Connecticut, which is ironically where I end up going and doing all my NBC stuff, and I didn't even know this skate park was there.
It's right in your backyard.
We just ended up in Stamford for some reason. Okay, grind line skate parks, like, I really feel like those dudes go in there and be like, you're not gonna get bored of this park because you're gonna barely figure out how to skate it after a month.
You're gonna die.
There's lines, but you have to be able to be willing to take it to the pain to get some of those lines. Like, it's gnarly. Like, this park had transitions where you didn't think there was gonna be transitions, and just there's just stuff. It was like, okay, here's a crazy capsule bowl that, like, there's no flat bottom, and then, like, over here we have this. It seems like a mini ramp, but the coping's all like jacked. Like,
It's like
you won't get bored in a grind line skate park.
it
that's
takes
for sure.
somebody like Kevin Kowalski or
You have to be fast
a
and
big time
not be intimidated.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Well, that's awesome.
Awesome, sweet, destroyed.
I want to go there. Element has another biggie dropping November 22nd. ESP2. All the Element stars will be there.
You know, speaking of old Element riders, we didn't really talk about Nyjah's. We didn't have a chance to talk about Nyjah. Do you have this?
Oh,
we have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to that.
Last week or 2 weeks ago, we had an intense discussion about Leticia Buffoni, what happened to her skateboard. Thankfully, as expected, as we thought,
Dude,
there was a parachute.
That's fucking horseshit.
You think it's fake?
Yes. I absolutely think that's fake. I absolutely think
Because
that's
why would they put that out?
didn't-
Like,
She didn't come off the rail. There was no parachute on the rail. Like, when she did the feeble off the rail, there was no parachute.
no, not the rail, the board.
Right. On her board, when she ollied
how
onto
could
it,
that?
there was no parachute. That is
You're claiming
that's such
that's bunk.
horseshit. Red Bull, like, trying to save their ass by, like, letting a skateboard fall from frickin' 20,000 feet.
You know what?
There's no way.
I don't know.
There's no way. There was no mini parachute on there.
I think either way, I appreciate the stunt. I appreciate the answer. I don't think they would let a skateboard fly over a city. Obviously, it's
No, they were in the
desert or
desert
something.
somewhere, but
So I
still.
could have killed an animal. But anyway, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Little thing. But yeah, that was probably like a hold harmless. What do they call those things?
What?
No, we're good. It's like, no, we did it. It's got a parachute. I believe it. Todd doesn't believe it.
I don't believe it at all. I think this is conspiracy theory.
Weekend Skateboards
Mhm.
teamed up with a rollerblading company called THEM. They made a video, and the consensus around the skateboarding world,
Interesting.
including the Nine Club,
Interesting.
is it's all good. Let's party. Let's get some blades. Let's skate together. The blades are now they're $400. Them.
Wait a minute. I'm having a hard time.
You're having a hard time.
I'm having a hard time.
What do you have against rollerbladers
It's just
and rollerblading in general?
it's just in me.
You just
like,
personally don't like it.
dude, like, we spent so much time in skateboarding really? Oh, someone's weekend is really doing rollerblades?
Yeah, and all the real weekend G's, all the good, great
Are we
skaters.
really doing rollerblades and skating?
50-50 video part. 50% skateboarding, 50% rollerblading.
I
And
will,
everybody loves it.
I will say this though, the rollerblade dudes are the punk rock ones now because everyone. But that being said, I'm not there yet.
You got that old head mentality.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah, you need to open that up. I'm not saying you have to rollerblade.
I did see this one clip though that is pretty freaking gnarly, where the dude, I think he hippie jumps onto the rollerblades
That might have
or
been
onto the skateboard.
CGI.
I don't think it was.
They hippie jumped and landed back in the blades.
No,
Logan Taylor.
not that
That was
one.
Logan
The
Taylor.
one where the guy he skates up wearing rollerblades and then jumps onto the rail and does like a whatever freaking
Soul grind.
solely.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't even know that. That's so my brain is
9 Club.
exploding.
Hey, you got guys on the 9 Club.
Look, dude,
all ingredients.
9 Club has to pay the bills,
Well,
okay, and they have to make everybody happy.
I like it. To me, it's kind of like.
You don't have to like everything.
No, but I like this because I rarely see rollerbladers, and when I do, they're like at the park, and so, you have to immediately go up and go, "What's up? Hey, have a good day," just to make sure they know you're not one of those vibey guys.
I can't. I'm not
Those
gonna
old
vibe.
heads.
I'm not gonna vibe anybody.
What are you gonna say? Hi.
It's just like
You're
I
not
don't
gonna say
know.
hi.
No,
Just
I'll
say
say
hi,
hi.
Tom.
I'm
Just
nice.
say hi.
I'm nice to everybody. It's just this weird thing, this
You
weird rollerblade thing. I can't fucking get over it, dude.
What
I
about
can't.
skiers?
It's I don't ski, but it's
You
like
have the same feeling about skiers than you do about rollerblading.
no, I don't. I think it's, dude. I don't know how to describe it. It was rammed into my brain, and now it is a part of my fiber that
You
I
can-
have
you
been.
can
I
do
guess it was kind of I'll say this, and maybe
You're preconditioned by
I'm
your
preconditioned,
elders.
but I was programmed not to like BMXers either
Really?
in the 80s skating.
Because they chunked
There's-
up the parks?
No, I mean there's just like there was like a beef, skaters and BMXers. There's like the faction song,
That's fine.
Skate and Destroy. The cops are coming after me. Their sons are BMXers. It's like a thing. It was
Yeah.
like it was engineered to create a beef between. But I guess we can all just agree we all hate cops.
I think that we need to get taught on a pair of rollerblades. First and foremost, to me that's what could solve this whole thing. I don't have a problem with it. Taught on rollerblades.
Okay, all right. What about
What about one rollerblade?
what about snowblades?
What about one rollerblade
What
and
about
one skate shoe?
Snowblades.
Okay. What are
The
those?
little skis.
Oh,
Are those black?
I don't think so. But you know me, I don't think anything's
But
black.
like, do you think that okay? Like, so do you think there's obviously a hierarchy, like a pyramid of whack trickle down?
It's like
Who's
I don't do it, but it doesn't bother me.
Okay,
either.
well this is a great topic. Who sits at the top of the cool guy pyramid, and how do we have whack trickle down?
The
Who's
cool
at the
guy
top?
pyramid
Who's at the
is the
top?
guy that doesn't care.
No, I want give me some fucking answers here. Who's at the top of the cool guy?
Are you talking
pyramid?
about perception or what I think?
Perception?
Perception?
When you like, is it skaters? Do skaters sit on the top of the pyramid?
Are you talking
Who
like
is-
with everything, snowboarding's everything?
Yes, everything. Who is looking up?
Oh my god, this is
This
stressful.
is great. I think okay. So here's my version, and I want yours, and you're
Okay.
not gonna have Chris Coté out of this.
I
You're
know.
gonna give me some
I'm
freaking
gonna,
answers.
I'm gonna get you.
I think skaters sit at the top.
Okay,
I think then it's surfers.
okay.
Surfers. Okay, so if you're looking at a pyramid, at
No
the very,
ties. You can't have ties.
the top. No, look. Okay, all right. If you want to have more like a tree,
It's a line.
it's more like a line. Okay, so I think skaters, then it's surfers,
Okay,
then it's snowboarders,
okay,
then it's BMXers,
okay,
then it's skiers,
okay.
then it's, I would argue, scooters.
Scooters over bladers.
Yeah.
Dude, you're way off.
Dude, our Willie's gnarly.
I think. Okay.
See, now we got
Look,
some, now we
I'm
got some
with
shit
you
going on
on
here.
the first three.
So you think
I don't
bladers
think-
are gnarlier than scooter guys?
Yeah.
You do.
They're way more underground. They're hitting gnarly spots. The only scooter stuff you see is Nitro Circus and then slams.
All I want to, no, dude, I will argue that because you see way more freaking scooters at skate parks than you do
Yeah, we're talking about
rollerblades.
coolness. We're not talking about popularity.
Yeah, coolness. Like obviously, cool.
Bladers are way cooler than scooters.
You think so?
100%.
Really?
Look at
Dude, I look at scooters. At least scooters teach you not how to push Mongo.
They don't teach you that.
Yes, they do.
You can push however you want on a
No, you
scooter.
can't. Most people don't push Mongo on scooters.
Well, I'm just in.
Look, Danny.
My
Okay,
thing. I'm bladers above scooters.
I've had this
but
discussion.
I also like scooters.
Danny Wade told me once, like when our kids were scootering when they were young, and this is like when scooters were like scooters like replaced rollerbladers in the like face palm. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Danny said to me, he's like, well, at least scooters help your kid not push Mongo. Okay, where do longboard skateboards fit in this?
Oh yeah.
Because I kind of feel like longboard skateboards are almost as whack as rollerblades.
But in the eye with the right rider, you know, Bruce Weber, for example, rips.
Okay,
on longboard skateboard.
Where do soap shoes fit in?
Below scooters.
But on front of bladers?
Bladers are above scooters. I got bladers, longboard skaters, scooters, soap shoes.
What about roller
Pogo sticks.
Where are roller skaters? Because
roller skaters.
Roller skaters are probably where?
Up here.
Up here where? Above.
Beneath rollerbladers.
Beneath BMXers.
Above. Beneath BMXers. Above
rollerblades.
Scooters. Beneath rollerblades.
Beneath rollerblades.
Yeah.
Roller skate dudes are beneath rollerblades.
I rarely see roller skate dudes. The only roller skaters that I personally see are
women,
females.
Right, but
ripping.
But you got to think
sure,
about
and they're very cool.
Let's think about Brian Wainwright.
The guy who goes like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then one of the gnarliest.
Very cool. Very cool.
Jimmy Scott, like these dudes, like
what about
those
Arlo
guys.
Eisenberg, Pits and Pieces.
Arlo was a really nice dude, and he was like one of those guys. He was like the first dude who made me be like, fuck, they're not that bad.
What about those brothers, Japanese brothers that won everything?
I don't. The dudes who did I never commentated rollerblading. Jesus Christ.
Maybe that's why you're so mad about it.
I'm just.
You didn't get invited.
I can't deprogram it.
You can't. Anything's possible.
No,
you
it's
can't.
not. No.
You can't.
I don't like bananas. You can't make me like bananas. You can't make me like rollerblading. I don't like raisins either.
I don't say you have to
like it. Here's a great question. Where do Heelys fit in?
Heelys? With soap shoes. Fun. You know, you gotta have a pair in your closet for that special day. But, I mean, is it cool? No, it's not as cool as rollerblading.
Do you think rollerblading is coming back?
It's having a very subversive, low-key moment. Helped along by Weekend Skateboards. I think Weekend Skateboards, Logan Taylor, who is homies with a bunch of players because they have spots that he actually likes to skate.
Where? Where do these people
exactly.
exist?
So
where does the rollerblading population live right now?
LA.
Really?
SF.
Really?
Chicago.
Really?
New Hampshire.
I feel like it's one.
Rhode
I feel
Island.
like it's a box in an alley.
Austin, Texas.
For real.
Well, but it's like bodyboarding, right? You don't see
Where does
footage.
Where does bodyboarding fit?
Dude, bodyboarding. I'd say if there's gonna be a tie, BMX and bodyboarding are right there.
Bodyboarding's not. And where's skimming fit?
Oh my God! Well, skimming is.
And then where's
super cool?
Where does wakeboarding live?
Now, we gotta move on.
The
whole thing is.
Do we?
You like all those other things? You might as well just submit.
Look, man.
Submit.
You're not going to
bend the knee to your rollerblading.
I'm not bending the knee to rollerblading.
Thoughts.
I'm not.
Nyjah went nuts in his latest video.
I like Weekend Skateboards. Is freaking awesome. I love those dudes. I love what they do. The rollerblade thing, not so lit.
I back it. I back parachutes off skateboards too.
What?
Huh? You see Nyjah's part?
Yes.
Dude, he's good, huh?
I can't relate to it. You know why?
It's scary.
Because it's really hard, and I would never wear those nut hugger shorts.
Man, you have a big list of things you don't like.
I am the everyman. I don't like
No, I
everything.
think, I think
I'm not
people are trying to
designed.
open up to all this stuff.
Really? When was the last time you saw some dude wearing booty shorts skating?
It's been Nyjah's
been a minute.
video. Nyjah's video. Well, yeah, it does have tights on underneath. But when you're that good,
There's literally no one could pull that look off except for Nyjah.
I think if somebody pulled up to the local skate park in soccer shorts with tights,
What would you say?
I wouldn't say anything.
You'd be
I'd say
scared.
hi.
You'd
I'd
be
say what's
scared.
up. I wouldn't judge. I probably look like an idiot at some of the outfits that I put together. So Spanky now. Spanky is.
Oh, we did. That's all. That's all we're gonna dedicate to Nyjah's freaking crushing
I don't
part.
know. I mean, is it SOTY worthy? Is he in the conversation for SOTY now
Yeah, where does he sit with Tyshawn?
with Louis Lopez? Those are the three people are talking about right now.
I think Nyjah's part technically was better than Tyshawn.
Different. Okay.
And like big scary. Shit.
But it's not relatable. It's so gnarly that it doesn't make me want to go skate, whereas Spanky's new edit, for example, makes me want to go skate. The weekend edit made me want to go skate.
Right. The
Rose Street makes you want to go skate.
Yeah.
Watching Nyjah's video, it's like it's like watching big wave surfing.
It's
wow, that's crazy.
It's like stunt boarding.
He had one combo. I think he went like 50-50s or back smiths, a 8-10 stair, lands, and with about this far,
2 seconds.
then he goes to a 20 stair. Nyjah's out of his mind. He loves it. He's coming back from injury. Does he have another? If he dropped another part between now and Christmas, could be looking at SOTY Nyjah. But
wait, there's rumor that he's dropping another part before Christmas.
I don't know.
That's like in
definitely
Christmas is in like 3 weeks.
We definitely have a new part coming from Louis Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Tyshawn has something in the hopper. You could get it because they always
Stop it.
Yeah. So the SOTY race is still on fire.
Okay.
Watch Spanky's part. It'll make you want to go skate. He's just getting better.
Oh, and the soundtrack was pretty cool.
Oh, so good. Cat Power. I've heard a lot of Cat Power. LA skaters, they're like friends with.
There was for a long. I mean, she's tight with Oblo and Dylan Reeder and all those dudes from New York, so it makes sense.
Pannikin popping.
What's her real name?
Shan Marshall.
Shan Marshall.
Jankum doing Jankum things. I love this website. This is a cool article they just did recently. 15 things you didn't know about pro skateboarding. Should I give you a couple?
Let's hear some of them.
Pros make more money from online board sales than shop sales.
I think that's pretty obvious, and that is one of the reasons that we did this Quiksilver tour.
To get people back in the shops.
Get people back in the shops, and also because I hate this whole shit where people go into the shops and they look at the product and they literally go on their phone and order it from Amazon instead of buying it.
That's not cool.
Don't do that, people. Please support your local shops, whether it be
$3
skates or
more,
snow.
$5 more,
Come
whatever
on.
it is.
Come on.
We agree.
Everything's going to be owned by backcountry.com pretty soon, and fuck that. Unless, of course, backcountry.com wants to advertise with us, then I'm all for it.
Professional skateboarders don't always own the rights to their footage. Now, if I'm a company, Chris Coté Skateboards, I'm paying filmer A to film Todd doing tray flips, doing backside kick flips on banks. I saw that. I own that footage. That's my footage. I don't care if his ass is on the line. I paid for it. I bought the camera, bought the tape, the card, the terabytes. I own it.
Hot take.
Well, that's how it is.
Okay.
Professional skater, like Nyjah, for example, he can pay his own film guy.
He pays for the filming.
And that's his.
Okay.
Vans was the first shoe brand to sponsor skaters. Not surprising.
Agreed.
Mark Appleyard had the first $1 million shoe contract in skateboarding at Circa. Remember that?
Yeah.
96?
Probably.
99?
It was funny because when we were in the RV with the Quick Boys.
You were on tour? Tell us about it.
And I was kind of like, Miles Fallon was with us, and he's like one of the young up and coming rippers, and I was just kind of telling Miles and Austin Sweeten kind of about how it used to be, like how much money money was in the industry and what sponsors paid what.
Somebody should do a how snowboarders get paid, like Staff did, but for snowboarders.
And how snowboarders used to get paid.
How does a snowboarder get paid now?
Well,
let's say Austin Sweeten, he's not a contest guy, he's a video guy, but he also does events.
It's incentive based, and I know that a lot of these brands have these benchmarks that you need to hit for social media now, which I think is kind of whack because if all you're doing is concentrating on your social media game, then your head's not in. I don't know. It's
getting likes, like a certain.
Yeah, like to grow your Instagram account by a certain amount,
right.
And you'll get a bonus. I mean, I guess it replaces
magazines.
Photo incentives, but
let's take a name. I don't want to say any names. Let's just say mid-tier dude or female. How much are you getting paid by your board sponsor, by your?
And that's another crazy one because in my heyday, your board sponsor was your major sponsor, and now board sponsors don't pay shit.
They just gave you free boards.
No, like you get a salary, but like the only reason there's so few pro models. It used to be there was a lot of pro models when I was coming up, which was fantastic.
Right.
And now there's so few pro models out there, and I've gotten a lot of heat from this by my friends that are reps within the snow industry, but I kind of feel like I don't like the way the reps are dictating what happens in the marketplace. And it's time for the riders and the influencers within the industry to take back, and I'm not talking about influencers as in like, here, look at me with a freaking avocado.
Influential riders.
I'm talking about influential riders. Making the pro model cool again, and if that pro model is just a different graphic than the run of the mill 157, but like here's my specific graphic. Like I think that needs to come back because the individuality in snowboarding is dying, and it's honestly like I kind of look at some of these brands that are like, or some of these movies that don't actually put the riders' names in there. And it's like like the only way that these riders are going to get paid what they deserve, because they are literally risking their lives every time they go out the door, whether it be skate, surf, or snow. You need to have the names in the video parts.
I want to know who I like.
Right, I want to know who I like, and I also want to build worship.
We talked about this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I'll keep talking about it as we try to talk over some guy with a freaking router out there, routering out something. Can you guys hear that? Freaking mosquito.
They can't. They probably can't really hear it.
Anyway, so
we're hoping that the audio on YouTube is good. Because I've worked a little something out.
Look, we have 67,000 people. Oh wait, no, we've been doing this for 67 minutes.
So, just real quick to touch back on that.
Yep.
So the rep goes into the shop buys a couple things. The rep goes back to the company and says, "Look, they don't like."
No, look. Here's my hot take on it. You can freaking jump on me and body slam me.
I'm not gonna jump on you.
Not all reps.
Some
reps, I feel, are lazy, and they would rather just go with the vanilla cookie cutter things that they can sell. They don't want to take the extra time to educate the shop or Gart Sports or the big box stores why they need to pay $15 over this other board just because such and such's name's on it.
So
they don't want that. They want to stack them deep and sell them cheap. Like that's what they want, and I freaking hate that.
Pro models are more expensive.
Yes, because you have to pay the royalty to the riders in order for them to make a living.
And back to the point of making superstars of the current crop of snowboarders put their names on the video.
So that's, I don't know.
I understand.
I want these kids that are, the kids now are so much better in all these different sports than we were at our heyday. And they're so much better than us, and they deserve more. They deserve more money. They deserve more attention. They deserve all the accolades, and they're getting nothing. They're getting fucking nothing for their efforts, and they're literally going out and risking their lives, throwing themselves on the rails, taking off on huge waves, skating incredible obstacles, and they're getting paid shit.
Some of them.
Some of them are.
Nyjah's doing okay.
I mean, yeah. There's like the cream of the crop, but like the formula is broken, and it's.
Wow.
That's my spiel.
Right.
Old head. Look, this old head is looking out for the young bucks. That's all I'm saying.
It is interesting. So out of a 10, let's say you have a 10 roster, 10 snowboarder roster.
Yeah.
Of that 10, going, generally speaking, how many of those 10 riders have names on boards in snowboarding?
More likely none.
None.
None. It's such a unique. If you have a pro model board,
Wow.
you have to prove yourself, or I don't know. There's something has to, like, I don't know what it is. Maybe they can't afford. They need that extra boost from those board sales with that extra $5 added on there to help pay the salary of the riders. Of course, the industry is different than it used to be. We're not selling as many products,
Right.
so the industry has kind of folded itself in as far as funding goes. But like, I don't know, man. It's a bummer that we're not still there. You know, it's just as gnarly as NBA dudes or football dudes or whatever. These guys are, and I'll argue that it's even gnarlier.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd rather get hit by a football guy than sack a 15-stair rail.
Right? And blades. All right,
Blades are
that
cool.
was skateboard news. We're gonna go to nerd news really quick.
Very passionate episode.
Hey, this is what
I like it.
People want to hear this shit.
My
man.
only nerd news
What?
is I watched this series called Pepsi, Where's My Jet? It's annoying at times, but also very entertaining.
What is it?
So, do you remember when Pepsi did the thing where you could cut the little part of the label off and you got Pepsi points and
Yes.
you got a jacket for
Yes.
200 points, blah, blah. So they had a commercial where they put jacket, 50 points, sunglasses, 60 Pepsi points, you know, Harrier
Right.
Fighter, 7 million Pepsi
Did
points.
someone get 7
With
million?
no tag, just kidding, nothing like that, just on the screen.
Right.
So this kid, this 20-year-old kid, figured out a way to get 7 million Pepsi points, sent them in,
This
said, I'll
is a
take
true
the
story.
true story.
What?
It's a documentary. It's got, I mean, like there's twists. It's super weird.
Wow.
It's I can almost tell that the guys, the two stars of the documentary, had it made about themselves in a way, and that's kind of weird.
Mm.
But again, it's entertaining. Like I said, I was sick all week last week, so I watched a shitload of TV.
Did you?
I watched
Are you
it
caught
all.
up on Andor?
I haven't even started Andor.
Oh my god.
I thought you said it was boring.
No. It is. It has reached a fever pitch.
Saloma Maskela did a tweet this morning
He
protesting
dedicated-
his love
He
to Andor.
protesting his love.
Professing.
Professing.
Loves it.
Yeah, the season finale of Andor is this Wednesday. I can't friggin' wait.
Really?
It's going to be
I thought you were
incredible.
kind of not stoked on it.
No,
You're back.
It's just. I think you need to You're lucky because you can consume the whole series at once, and I think you'll be very very happy with that. The series finale of The Walking Dead occurred last night.
That show's still on?
I lost interest in that show. My daughter and my son are very into it, and my daughter came away crying last
I
night.
didn't even know that show's still on. They're
Yeah.
still dead.
They're still
And
dead.
they're still walking
And
around.
They're still alive.
Are they just still going from town to town with people dying?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes, they are. And also, I think we can start listening to Mariah Carey now. That song.
All I Want for Christmas
Yes.
Is You is
I
what
think
it's called.
I think
Search
officially
that up.
on Friday we can listen to that song.
On Friday.
I think on
Not
Friday.
today.
No, the tree goes up.
Okay.
Mariah Carey happens, and then we can start watching Die Hard.
She tried to
Who?
file something to be trademark Queen of Christmas. She lost.
Mm.
She is not the official Queen of Christmas.
Mm.
She's one of them.
Hi.
Do you have any other nerd news? Want to get to questions?
Yeah, let's get to questions real quick. Questions are brought to us by Beneath Apparel, BN3TH. Also, if you'd like to eat your Beneath Apparel, use Bachan's Japanese barbecue sauce. If you put Bachan's on your Beneath Apparel, you can fire those suckers down for dinner.
You could also get out of work. If you bring a little botchons to work and you get out your Beneath Apparel, you spray it down the back,
Yes.
and then you go to your boss's office and go, hey, I think something's wrong. And then you turn around and you show them just the splattered part. They'll let you go home early.
Big shout out to
Ah.
Harrison Gordon on our trip, this Quiksilver trip. Harrison took a shit in a bar.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you are that, that takes guts to poop in a bar.
Yeah. Aggie's favorite son says, love the show, especially the old stories of Chris in Hawaii and Todd pooping himself, etc. Look forward to both of you guys' responses to this.
Go.
Would you rather have to surf mushy thigh-high closeouts on a performance shortboard, or head-high barrels on a log for the rest of your life.
Mushy closeouts.
What do you think he does every day?
Yeah, I think that's what I surf.
I'm going head-high barrels on a log.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I just feel like you could get used to it. And I surf mushy closeouts on a performance board anyway, so he's going closeout, I'm going log.
Mushy closeoff was Chris's nickname in high school.
Aaron Minette. Who's Aaron? Okay, we need some banter and a tad bit of shit talk.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about statuesque? Statuesque originally started from Todd making fun of rail riders. Is it catch sky touch rail, or is it touch sky catch rail? What video is that? Love the pod. Can Chris and Todd announce the next Olympics for snowboarding?
I would love to announce the Olympics with Chris.
I'm not invited.
Catch sky and touch rail is the proper nomenclature. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think you did it.
Okay.
Nomenclature? Clencher?
No
No man's clencher.
clencher. And then also, what was the beginning of that?
Statuesque.
Oh, statuesque. Statuesque is, and I believe there was a clip of someone doing the world's longest board slide on like a ledge this weekend. Did you see that online?
A skater? Or
Yeah, skater.
Okay.
Super long. It's the whole thing with statuesque is like, that's rail riding in general.
Right.
It's, you jump on a rail and you fucking freeze like a statue, and then you come off.
So what video is catch sky touch rail?
That would be Mountain Lab.
Damn, dude.
PC Mountain
Aaron
Lab.
Minette, you got him. You had him digging back in those memory banks.
Chee-hoo!
Todd Glazer, legendary lensman.
Lensman.
Why do we always park in the shade at insert surf break name here when the light hits the other side of the parking lot an hour before? Because
Wait, what?
so basically, Todd and I are in this. We're similar.
Oh, you guys
There's a
are
group of. So let's say a picture a big parking lot.
Right.
If you've surfed this spot with the big parking lot, I don't care, Huntington Beach, Cardiff Reef, wherever, Oceanside.
Mm-hmm.
If you go repeatedly, we're surfers and we're creatures of habit. So you're gonna go and park. When you go surf your spot, you usually ride a bike, but you always park your bike in the same spot, right? You're always gonna park your car where you feel comfortable,
Near the pooper.
depending on the season or whatever.
Right near the shitter.
So it's a comfort thing.
Yes.
We are creatures of habit, and I don't think we won't be changing where we park, because even if we try, our arms turn the car to our.
That's kind of why that's why we surf the same spots, even though they're shitty, mushy close-ups.
Hannah Lee.
Hi, Honey.
I noticed some pros back in the day having talked about wishing they saved more of the money they make.
Yes.
Do younger athletes these days have people helping them manage money or teaching them finance?
No, because they don't make any money.
But what about your classes?
Well, our classes teach you what to do if you make money. But I
it's hard
feel
to
like
do.
this going back to all the bullshit we were talking about before. I don't
Yeah.
think skaters are making, or skaters, well, whatever. The average pro is spending all that money to survive and live.
I think that
You're not stacking wads like we were.
But there was a lot of lessons learned by Irons Brothers, by some Australian surfers.
Jason Ellis, what's up, Wolfmate?
Whoa, Wolfmate's here.
He wants to see what a real podcast looks like. This is it.
A lot of surfers, skaters, and snowboarders got ripped off early on in the need a business guys. So, hey, want to invest in this, and so.
Are you talking about when? Like now?
No, this was late '90s, early 2000s.
That's when people were making there was extra money.
There was extra money, but there was
businesses.
also people getting ripped off a lot. So I think a lot of lessons were learned. And of the handful of young athletes getting paid, I would hope somebody tells them what to do with their money.
Yeah, like the biggest thing that I try to teach the younger kids is like, have you heard of taxes?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these kids don't ever have real jobs before they get into whatever freaking sport they're doing.
Yeah.
And there's no one there because a lot of them come from like, you know, kind of fucked up backgrounds, and this like snowboarding, skating, surfing is like the outlet of like, you know, they're escaping whatever shitty situation they're in. And unfortunately, not having those mentors when you're young, you're not able to get that education of what taxes.
Yeah.
What's a tax?
Well,
like,
and they're not. It's not like you're getting paid like you would at a surf shop.
right,
or,
and they
you
take
know,
taxes out.
Where it's like, oh, you know, these are all 1099.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
Like let's say
freelancers.
you get a sponsorship for $30,000 from some
Yeah, you're
sponsor.
getting $5,000 a month.
Yeah, you're getting $5,000 a month, but you don't realize that $2,500 of that $5,000 is spoken for by the government, and they will.
That's taken.
They want their piece of fat at the end of the year.
Yes.
And they will.
And
People. Yeah.
No
Compounding
amount of
interest.
write-offs are gonna.
Compounding interest is not good. Pay your taxes.
Big Bad Wolf wants to know. Coldwater Classic was a fun watch. Chris, have you surfed the lane? What's your take on it? And Todd, who's going to have the best board park this year? A two-parter. Yes, I've surfed the lane. One of my last professional surf contests ever was at Steamer Lane. I forgot my booties, and no one would help me. They loaned me booties, and so before my heat, it was about 8 foot. I slipped as I was trying to jump off into the water.
Shut up.
Landed on my back, and then was thrown front flip. Landed in the water. Went into a cave under where the wave breaks.
Wait, what?
In the proper takeoff, there's under. I was like this
In a cave.
in my heat, and it took a while, but I got back in the heat. I needed a 1-4 or something, a 1-3. All I needed to stand up and take a wave, and I didn't get that wave, and I lost in the Coldwater Classic. But I ended up surfing around the corner at that wave Cowles.
Mm-hmm.
And had one of the best sessions of my life.
That's a left.
So I lost.
Cowles is a left?
No, it's a right.
Okay.
It's usually like a longboard or like stand-up paddle wave. But this day it looked like Kira. So I love Steamer Lane. It's a super fun wave. So weird. I would say it's in the realm of novelty, but just the visuals and, you know, it's an iconic. It's there with Huntington Beach Pier, Lower Trestles, Swamis as an iconic wave you just have to surf, and it's super fun. You know, that's why aerial surfing was born there.
Are the lope dogs there still as gnarly as they used to be?
No, you know, I feel like
Skin Dog's always in Tahoe, so he's not going to hassle you.
the lope dogs are still protective of all of the other spots,
Right.
but Pleasure Point, Steamer Lane, I mean, these are like
It's a free for all.
marquee spots. You know, it's like soft top, whatever.
What was the other question?
The other question
where's
was
the
who's got
best snowboard park?
Board park.
I would say, well, look, I'm partial to what Woodward is doing with their snowboard parks these days. So depending on where you are, Killington's going to have a kick-ass park this year. Copper Mountain already has an insane park. I tend to like the more flowy parks these days, where I can, you know, choose my own adventure, and it's not just like 3 60-foot jumps in a row. So
Yeah.
Mount Bachelor, Boreal, like these are the places I'm gravitating towards, and I'm still fighting the good fight to try to get more fun size half pipes so the everyman can get out there and enjoy some getting piped.
Yeah, I'd like a couple jump ramp sized jumps.
Those are good. You need the landing there.
With powder landing.
Dude, we've been doing this for a long time.
Between Malcolm Epps wants to know, between Nyjah, Tyshawn, and Louis, who's going to get Skater of the Year? I'm still staying with Louis. You?
I'm gonna say I feel the energy is behind Tyshawn.
Old Nerdy Bastard says, would you rather have, as a landlord, Mr. Roper or Mr. Furley? Mr. Roper or Mr. Furley?
Mr. Furley for sure.
Dude, I love
Three's
Furley.
Company. Big shout out to a 1980s sitcom.
Today in Yacht Rock, Steely Dan released Gaucho in 1980. Gaucho, one of the best Steely Dan albums.
Is that just a public service announcement?
Adam Art wants to know, what's your best memory from the Quiksilver snow trip?
Getting off the airplane last night.
Yeah, welcome back, Todd. That's been a long ass podcast. I don't know if all you guys made it, but
Thank
happy
you.
Thanksgiving. Happy.
Yeah, we're gonna next week. We'll be back. It'll be post Black Friday. We will have
Oh my gosh.
turkey talk. We'll talk about, and it'll almost be December 1st. And next week, I'm going to do a secret project with Ken Block. How's
We'll be
that
all
sound?
fucked up on tryptophan. So.
Secret project with Ken Block. Just dropping that name.
Whoa, dude!
Before we sign off. So
Let's go.
toodaloo, everybody, and we will see you next week. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next week on the Bubs
Adios.
Show.
Ah!
Goodbye now.
Hi. Oh, that's not a good angle.